Can we hear it start up?
Sure can.
So it's a one-piece tilt front end now.
It's a 66 Fairlane.
This is my office right here.
Hi, Randy Bybee, Awesome Cars Forever. I'm here today with Joe Arbanas. He's going to tell us about his 1967 Ford Galaxie.
Well, this is my 1967, like you said. I bought this on eBay, accidentally, actually. I've always liked the 67, but about a year ago in January, I saw this, and it was, I just thought it was kind of neat looking because it was clean. I don't like the moldings, and so I bid on it, and the reserve went off, and I said, uh-oh. I ended up buying a car down from Georgia. Well, picked it up. It was not actually as well it was represented as eBay said, but it was a good start with what I wanted to do. So I took the 390 engine that was in it, pulled that out. Couldn't work on that one because the block had already been worked on, so we found another block. Ended up boring it and stroking it. So now it's with an Edelbrock kit, and it ended up as a 438 cubic inch with over 400 horse and over 400 and some pounds of torque. And from there, then I did some other improvements to the car. I had a rebuilt C6 transmission because this had the basic lower end FX transmission in it. So we put that in, and the guy, he builds Ford transmissions only. He put a torque converter in it, which I never had in a car before. It's a unique experience, that torque converter. And then I went through, I said, well, I got to have positive traction. So we put positive traction rear end, 389 gears in it. Kept the 28 splines, axles, because figured that would be okay. And what we developed then, it seems what I wanted. Now it's just tweaking, the cooling, just had to go through a different couple of radiators.
Yeah.
I got this aluminum radiator that's built right now for a 67, and it fits perfectly. And just doing some tweaks here and there. Got some little steering issues. I keep blowing power steering pump, but we're working on that too. But this is its maiden voyage here to St. Ignace, 2021. So I just got it finished a month or so ago, so it would be drivable.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got some torque, and that's the guy who. The engine was built by More Power in Sparta, Michigan, and he built it. One reason he said, "Well, we're going to give it torque." And I said, "Okay, whatever you say." So it gets, and with this, when I do a burnout, it hits second gear and the tires break loose.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's what I did. I ended up putting some fatter tires on it about 2 weeks ago. We got some hubcaps from a 56 Ford. Mm-hmm. And these are 275 60s on the rear, 235 60s on the front.
Sorry, we don't either.
So, and I got headers that were custom made by a guy in Washington who they specialize in Ford products, and he custom makes those.
Really?
Yeah.
And they fit well. I mean, that's a good thing about a custom fit.
That was why I got it from him. Everybody on the one of the Facebook pages, 67 Galaxie Facebook, recommended this guy. So, and we tried to keep the compartment. I still want to do some little touch-up work. The black, I think, needs to be a flatter black and things like that. But,
looks good now, though.
Adding some rubbers that the guy completely disassembled. This car originally started out, I did the Marty report, and and it spent its whole life within a 50-mile range in Georgia. It was like a barn find, and the guy, well, I guess the guy that owned this barn, he had a bunch of cars in there, and he sold it lock, stock, and barrel to this guy I bought this from, and they found this car in a makeshift paint booth that wasn't finished. He had started it, but he apparently didn't finish. But it was originally burgundy on the bottom with a white top, but then he
Really?
he repainted the whole thing, the Wimbledon white and everything. I can't find any evidence of burgundy color on it under the door panels or anything. So apparently it was completely disassembled. But and some other things. The chrome is didn't work. Some parts need to be re-chromed. The moldings, like, I don't know why he painted the one side molding silver, but the interior, you'll see the interior. I'll open it up with you.
He did paint those silver, didn't he?
But he had all this black and white on the dash, and where the gauges are. I ended up taking that out, sent it to a restorer in Detroit. And after about 6 months, they restored it back to original, and it looks perfect. And that's the way I want it.
It definitely looks
Yeah,
good.
it looks brand new. And the interior's not original. I don't know why he changed that, but and it needs some tweaking too.
So when you say not original, was the original interior cloth maybe, or was
Well,
it?
no, it was the vinyl, but it had more moldings, and it had the Galaxie 500 and stuff.
Right.
Kind of removed.
Right.
There's always something else.
You know, that didn't have that seat pattern at all. So it's just a little different. That air conditioning was a dealer added on air conditioning. And then, so I don't trust the idiot lights, so I had gauges and tack, of course, put in. And right now I'm having the original radio converted into a Bluetooth and everything else from this guy in Pennsylvania, and that's
good.
going to take about 3 months, they said, but you won't tell that it's not.
It's hard to find a good AM station anymore.
This AM radio does not play good, and there was no speakers in the car, so we had 4 speakers now.
Right.
So that's working good.
Is it all right? Can we hear it run?
Sure. Let me get on the other side.
Sure. I'll start up here, then after it runs for a minute, I'll go out in the back.
Flowmaster Exhaust. It's 2.5 inch. And it came out like it. I might have went a little crazy on the cam, but it worked.
That cam sounds just fine.
Yeah.
That cam sounds just fine. I'll bet it'll scoot.
I like the black and white one, so that's it, you can tell.
Right. Well, I want to thank you for being on the show today, and I want to thank all my subscribers, and I hope you'll subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Awesome Cars Forever. Thanks.